Hello guys, today I want to talk to you a little bit about the difference between making money and making a lot of money. And there is a difference, okay? Clearly there's a difference. First thing I want to make clear to you guys is what a job is. A job it stands for just over broke, okay? And you guys have heard me say this over and over again. Those of you who haven't, I'm glad you're here. I want to tell you, my name is George Packard. I'm an entrepreneur. I've done a lot of things, have a lot of businesses throughout my life. And I want to talk to you about some of my experiences and how to make more money and doing what you're doing. So, just over broke is the job thing. Here's what it is. I worked for retail for a while. I would get like a 3% raise. They came along, inflation would come along and take that away. The next year I get a 3% bump and inflation would take it away. And this went on for 13 years. I was never bringing home any more money than I was when I started. Inflation would just keep going up, and that's how they keep you in that bubble, in that pocket, which is where they want you. And when I say they, you know who I'm talking about. The Uncle Sams, that's where they want you. They want you. You are basically taught to go to school, learn a trade, and go out there and work and pay taxes, okay? And the big shots at the top take all your tax money anyway, those bastards. And I could go on and on about that, but I got to stay focused, so I'm not going to go there right now. But understand the job thing. That's the first thing. Once you understand that and you think to yourself, okay, with a job, here's a prime example. With a job, I don't even know what I can use for an example. Let's use these things, okay? All right, let's say this is your job. You go to work 40 hours a week and you make X amount of money. That's what you have. And there is no more. You can't make any more there, right? The only way you can make more money is if you go do a side hustle somewhere and make money doing it that way, right? Or buy things, sell things. I mean, there's a lot of ways to make money, but get the idea of this. That's why a job stands for just over broke. That's my donkey. I don't know if you guys can hear him, but he's calling me. He needs me out there. But anyway, we have miniature donkeys. I love them. Got to stay focused. My wife thinks I have ADHD. What do you guys think? Yeah, I don't know. All right, so anyway, back to being focused. When you work for yourself, you're building something for yourself. So when we talk about making money or making lots of money, there's a difference. This is making money. You go out and you make money, okay? But your money's not working for you, right? You take this money, and by the time you pay the bills and buy the groceries, you do not have a lot of money left. This is my other dog trying to get in the door. But you don't have a lot of money left, right? So you have to find something else. If you're an entrepreneur, if you have that spirit, if you want better for your life, you got to find something else. All right, so I'm going to give you examples. And the examples that I give you today are my examples of things that I've done. I'm not going to be one of these guys that sit on YouTube. Give me 1 second. Got to get my dog in. Come on, Bentley. Oh, my God. He's so impatient. But I'm not going to be one of these guys that just tell you stories of other people. This is how Elon Musk did it, or this is how Donald Trump did it, or any of that stuff. My examples are my examples of what I've done, okay? So let's take, for example, vape shops, okay? I'm just going to start with vape shops. So actually, I probably should go back to the beginning. Here's the beginning. Started lawn care on the side of my job. Once I saved a little money with that, we got into landscaping. And once we did landscaping, we went into that full time, started to make a lot of money, so we had to invest in other things. So we opened up a couple of vape shops. We started a landscape company down in Florida. And we did that for a long time. And then, well, like I say, then after the Florida thing, then the vape shops started, and we still run those today. And so you look at those things, and they're separate entities, okay? So those things, and this example of the vape shop, just for an example. Well, I'm sitting here making a video for you today. They're making money for me because they're open and people are coming in and they're purchasing things and they're making money, right? So that being said, that's my money making money for me, okay? Because I took that money that I had saved, that I'd made in landscaping, and I said, okay, I'm either going to pay a shit ton of taxes on this or I better invest it into something. So we invested it into a vape shop. Once the vape shop worked, it proved itself that it could make money. We opened up another one and then did the same thing with that, okay? So we opened up another shop. So now you got 2 shops and they're both making you money. That's a good thing, right? Besides what I'm doing here, you know, with the lawn care and the landscaping, the vape shops are making bank, right? All right, so that being said, that's just one example. So let's look at even on the lawn care end of things. Oh my God, Bentley. Guys, give me 2 seconds. I'm going to have you walk with me to show you my little interruption piece over here. Well, hello, Bentley. Look at you. Look at your face. You're supposed to look beautiful for everyone. And you are so impatient. All right. He goes out there. Those are the vans and such. And I'm trying to do a video. Sorry about that. I'm going to get back over to our spot. Get you set up. That's okay. Sometimes it's good for you guys to see things in the background that you typically don't get to see. All right. Trying to stay focused on this thing. All right. So, let's talk about the landscaping. Same kind of thing. When you're in whether it's lawn care, landscaping, or you're working for someone else, you can only make what you can make. So here's an example. I mowed lawn for 20 plus years, probably 25 years, or more, probably 27 years. And I started that before the landscaping. So, and I landscaped for 25 years. But what I found out, I made the majority of my money in the last 10 years. And here's how this happens. So, when I go out in a truck and I'm working, I'm basically worth what I could pay someone. I could pay someone $15 an hour, let's say, and put them in that truck and they go mow grass for me, and that's it. Well, when I'm in the truck, that's what my value is. My value is what I'm doing at the time. If I'm out here with a trimmer or I'm riding a mower, I'm worth 15 bucks an hour, and that's what I'm bringing into my company. Would I not be better off to work outside the company, working on the business, not in it, work on it, not in it? Because when you're working in your business, you're only worth what you're making. When you work on your business, an example would be, I would come in the office and say, hey, let's start marketing into some of these other neighborhoods, okay? I would be focusing on marketing to get more customers. As soon as we got one on this street, we would want to get one on, we want 10 of them on that street, right? So I need to be in here doing that. I can't do that if I'm in that truck. I cannot do that if I'm in that truck. So landscaping, another prime example of that, okay? I used to make good money doing that, and I did for years and years. I did it for 25 years. And we made really good money doing that. And the same thing down in Florida. But, as you do that, you realize I can only make so much a day. I remember the day when I made my first $500 in one day, and I was tickled pink that I did this, right? And it just seemed like the more money we made, the more money we spent, right? And so as that went on, I made, all of a sudden, it was $1,000 a day. And I was tickled pink about that. And then it finally hit me, some days I was making $5,000 and $10,000 a day. And I'm like, holy crap. I am making bank. I'm like, what is going on? I wish I had all kinds of jobs like that, right? But why didn't I have all kinds of jobs like that? Like that one that paid me 10 grand? Why didn't I have that? And I did that $10,000 job in one day. One day. That's what I'm talking about. I went from 500 a day to 1,000 a day. And then this was just one job that I was on where I made 10 grand in a day. And I'm like, man, why don't I fill up my schedule with that, And I didn't, because I just didn't do it. I didn't work in that neighborhood. I didn't work towards marketing to those people. That was a hardscape project. I should have worked harder on that marketing for that. But I didn't. Why? Because I was in the field all the time with my hands on the shovel and my hands on the rake. That's why. Because I spent all my time doing that kind of stuff. So those are just some examples. Snow plowing is another example. When you're in the truck, you're only making so much an hour. But if you could put somebody else in that truck and go out and market, maybe I could take door hangers and go door to door looking for people that are not plowed out. And I could get way more customers and hire a guy to go out there and plow and maybe pay him 15 or 20 bucks an hour to go out there and plow snow. Okay, say I pay him 20 bucks an hour to go plow snow. I'm charging 55 an hour, right? So why not do that? You know what I mean? And that's just for residential stuff, And I got out of the snow plowing and stuff because it just got too hard. But I'm just showing you an example. And same thing with lawn care. Even if you pay your guys 20 bucks an hour to go out and mow grass, you're charging $55, $65, $75 an hour. So you're going to make money off of that. All right, so you need to think big. Now, and I'm going to give you another example, not an excuse, an example of this. This is my final example of this. So, and that's the mosquito police. It's a little plug for my business, but I'm going to tell you something. Why do you think that I retired from landscaping? Why do you think that I retired from lawn care? It's because I found something way easier and something that is highly scalable. That's a whole nother video. This video focusing on the difference between making money and making a lot of money. All right, I'm going to just give you just a rudimentary example for those of you who have not had this. When I'm in the van, and sometimes I have to jump in the van because a technician called in or had a family emergency or whatever, and I had to jump in. So now I go out there and I'm worth what I'm paying those technicians, okay? And most of those technicians are making between $25 and $35 an hour, okay? But that's what I'm worth when I'm out there doing that. When I'm in the office, when I'm working in here, it's a whole different ballgame. I am marketing. I could set up a marketing plan and engage it and get it going that could make tens of thousands of dollars versus me being in a vehicle and making $1,000 a day, right? So, and on that example, take a look at this because I'm so prepared for examples. If you have a bunch, run out of hands. But if you have a bunch of these going out every day, take a look at this. Van, 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 van. Need more. Van. Jesus is a terrible example. But listen, it's all I got. I never come prepared. But now, when these go out every day, this is the difference between making money and making really good money. Okay? So, it's scalable. It's something that you can scale. You can put bodies in. They go out. They do the work for you. They do the work for you. That is such a key factor here. You have to come up with a plan. You have to have a plan when you start this. You have to be like, you know what? Everything George said is true because when you work, the bills come in and it just eats up everything I made and I can't get ahead and I can't get past this. You know, there's a way out, you guys. There's a way, and it's whatever you want it to be. It doesn't have to be lawn care. It doesn't have to be landscaping. It doesn't have to be retail shops. It doesn't have to be the mosquito police business. It could be all kind. You could open up ice cream shops if you wanted to. You know, there's a million things that you can do to make extra money to get going. But look at the real money. I get text messages every day that tell me how much our store's made. And I can calculate that in my mind. I know I calculate 50% cost of goods. Another 25% of that is my expenses, and I'll make 25% of whatever figure they gave me. And so I look at that every day and I'm like, my God, I haven't set foot in those places in I don't know how long, months. And you hire managers, they operate it, they're making money for you, okay? That's the name of the game. So you have a lot of things. Today we have focused so strongly on the mosquito police because it's been such a scalable business, it's ridiculous. And it's a good business to be in. And it's a hell of a lot easier than landscaping, let me tell you that. But that being said, the real key and the difference, which is what this video was about, was making money and making really good money. When you're making really good money, it's because you have other people helping you. It's not what you can do. It's not me jumping in that van or on that mower or behind that skid steer every day. It's the people I hire and I put them in those places. All right? That's the key. Thanks for watching, you guys. We'll see you soon.